My name is Emily, this is foam rolling, and I'm so glad that you've joined me today to roll out some tension. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a lot of tension out there right now. And we have this magnetic ability to draw it into our bodies and store it. Which makes it really important to take the time to physically roll it out so your body can work a little bit more efficiently without like the whole weight of the world pressing into your shoulders. So as you foam roll, your job today is to be aware, right? And when you're done foam rolling, your job today is to be aware. Yeah, the big world out there is changing, and that's a good thing. One of my favorite quotes is that if nothing ever changed, there'd be no butterflies. Yeah, butterflies are like pretty amazing, right? But what do you think that the butterfly thinks of when it's in the cocoon? Is it like, yeah, one day I'm gonna spread my wings and be this amazing butterfly? Or is it kind of like, oh crap, I'm stuck in this mud hole? I don't know. Yeah. Either way, it still spreads its wings and flies, right? And we're the same. Let's move to our back. So use plenty of support on your lower back. Hands and feet both planted firmly on the mat. Get behind your hips. And then we'll move a little further to our lumbar spine. There's not a lot of muscle tissue here, so we don't really spend a whole lot of time in this area. And we want to use plenty of support for our spine. And then let's roll to our thoracic spine, the part that curves out. Bring your hands behind your head. Roll to the bottom of your shoulder blades. Nice slow movements. And then let's get right into our shoulders, where we store so much tension, so much stress. Move slowly up and down your shoulder blades. And notice any inconsistencies, any wobbles or crunches like that. And get in there a little deeper. See what it's like with your elbows pointed out to the sides. And see what it's like with your elbows pointed up. And then lay all the way down on the mat. Bring the foam roller behind your neck and rest. And connect to your breath. Once you've established a connection to your breath, on an exhale, turn one ear toward the foam roller. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn the other ear toward the foam roller. Inhale, back to center. Move back and forth like this. Slow, gentle movement to relieve tension from your neck. Go 2 more times each side. And then come back to the middle. And we'll go back for another pass of our shoulder blades. Bring your hands behind your head. Foam roller behind your shoulder blades. Lift your hips up and roll. See what it's like with your elbows pointed up toward the sky. And see what it's like with your elbows out to the sides. And notice how the second pass is a little deeper. Most things in life, our second pass is a little bit deeper. We can be a little more thorough with our thoughts and our actions. And then let's move to thoracic spine. Behind your lungs. And lumbar spine. Bring your hands down to the mat for support. And then get behind your hips, your lowest part of your spine. Sacral spine. And come back to your glutes. Be aware of what's happening in the muscle tissue. Foam rolling is a self-myofascial technique that gets deep into the muscle tissue to relieve pain and also to enhance the way your muscle tissue grows. So it grows more efficiently, longer and leaner. And you'll notice different pockets where it doesn't grow efficiently. Those will be tight knots. Let's move to our hamstrings. Our hamstrings. So bring the foam roller behind both hamstrings. Some people like to start by rolling half their hamstring and gradually increasing as they go. If you've been foam rolling consistently, then it might feel just fine to do the whole hamstring at the same time. Good, and then plunk it down. Bring the foam roller behind your knees. And just gently rock your knees back and forth to increase lymphatic drainage. So there's no muscles behind your knees, but there are a lot of lymph nodes. And part of foam rolling is relieving and removing toxins and lactic acid buildup within your muscles. So we want our lymphatic drainage system activated, ready to go, ready to flush out whatever we dig up. All right, then let's move to calves. On our first pass of calves, we're gonna do both of them at the same time. So you can keep your butt on the ground or turn your fingertips to face your feet. Draw your belly button to your spine and you can lift your hips up to get a little deeper into your calves. And then this is also reverse plank, so it's a little bit of core work too. Good. And then bring the foam roller behind your ankles to your soleus muscle. Let's move back to the calf muscle. This time cross one ankle over the other. And notice how you get a little bit deeper stretch into the calf muscle. And then we'll switch, cross the other ankle on top. A lot of my warrior friends have been doing a lot of walking lately, up and down the streets, holding big signs. Yes. So we need to give our legs a little bit of love for the support they give us. Good, so now we're gonna do one calf at a time. So bend the other knee, plant the foot on the ground, and just do one calf. And then point your toes out to get the side of your calf muscles. And then point that toe in to get the other side. And we'll switch legs. Point the toes out. Point the toes in. And we'll go back to hamstrings. This time, same thing, we're gonna do one hamstring at a time. So plant one foot on the mat, lift your hips and roll one hamstring. Notice how you can get a little bit deeper the second time around. And then we'll switch. And the other knee, foot flat on the ground, roll out one hamstring. And then come back to your glutes, but keep your hands on the ground behind you. Keep your hands on the ground behind you. Cross one ankle over the other knee and kind of get into the side of that glute, into your piriformis. Deep, deep in there. And then we'll do the other side. So cross the other ankle over your knee. Get into the corner of your glute, deep into your piriformis, deep into the back of your hip joint. Yes. Roll out that tension. And then let's come back to seated glutes. I can already tell such a huge difference in my glutes alone from when we started. Yeah, I hope you can too. Good. All right, we're gonna move on now. And we're gonna come down to the mat and we're gonna do our triceps. So Bend your knees, lay on your side. Bring the hand to your head and tricep to the roller, and we'll roll back and forth. Anybody who joined me on Tuesday for arm day might still be feeling this. And so our big muscles in our legs, we would spend, maybe combined up to 5 minutes per muscle group. But our smaller muscles in our arms, you could go really 20 seconds to 2 minutes. Good. So let's do the other tricep. Lay on your other side, knees bent, hand to your head, arm to the roller. Tricep. And then let's move to our forearms. So come to hero's pose. In fact, let's just start in hero's pose. Palms up and roll your forearms. These muscles are smaller. They're responsible for the rotation of your hand. There's a lot of little muscles in there. And then flip your arms so your palms face down, and roll out the other side. Good. And then now let's tuck our toes under. Toe crunch asana. Bring your hands up by your ears. Spread your hands out wide. Take a big breath in. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Big breath in. Lion's breath. Big breath in. One more time. Good. Bring your hands down to the mat and pedal out your feet. Lion's breath reminds us that we have a big roar. Our voices are here to be heard. Good. Now let's come to our shins. So bring the roller past your knees to your shins. We don't ever want to put the roller under our knees. Draw your belly button to your spine and roll back and forth. And then bring your toes to the mat. Move the roller to your quads, your big muscles. Feel these muscles a lot. My marching friends feel these muscles a lot. And then we're gonna do each quad individually in half frog. Half frog. So up on your toes, bring one knee forward like half frog. Flex that foot. And then roll one quad. Get deeper. Yeah, there it is. Ooh. Maybe there is some tension in there. And then let's switch sides. On your toes, bend the other knee. Keep that foot flexed as you roll out the other quad. Yeah, so if you break out in a sweat, that's good. That means you found either a pocket of lactic acid or donuts or something in there that your body would like to get rid of now. Good. Up on your toes, switch legs, and let's do our inner thigh. Inner thigh, adductors. So bend one knee, bring your thigh to the roller, out and back. Out and back. And this is another location where we store a lot of fluids, toxins. And then we'll switch and do the other thigh. then we'll do my favorite part. She said, as they all knew, it was not her favorite part. Our abs. So, this part's sensitive, and I hate it. And sometimes the pose that we dislike the most is the one we need the most. You have 4 sets of abs. Draw your belly button to your spine to activate your core. Foam rolling helps with skin elasticity. It flattens out cellulite. It removes toxins and fatty tissue. Encourages efficient muscle growth. Pretty much all the magic wishes we would have for our abs. So yeah, maybe you feel like you're gonna puke. Yeah. That's all I got. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Lower down, let's come to our pecs. So you're gonna bring the foam roller under your armpit, but over your boob, your chest. And this is just lymphatic drainage. So it's a small movement back and forth. And we'll do the other side, under the armpit, over your boob, back and forth. No pressure, just motion, encouraging fluidity. Alright, let's do our outer thighs now. So you're going to be on your side with the bottom leg straight, the top leg bent with your foot flat on the mat. Bring the roller to your outer thigh. Plant both hands on the mat. Lift up your bottom foot and roll. There's a lot going on in your outer thigh. There's a lot going on in my outer thighs anyway. Your IT band is in there. So we want to be gentle. And also there's work to do here. We want our IT band to stay malleable while we encourage the removal of excess, whatever that is for you, and efficient abductor tissue. Good, let's do the other side. So plunk it down, switch sides. Bottom leg is straight. Your top leg will be bent with your foot flat on the mat. Bring the roller under your outer thigh. Bring both hands to the ground. Lift your bottom foot up and roll. If you break out in a sweat, that's a good thing. You are actively creating change. There's a lot of change happening right now, globally, culturally, in our homes, in our lives. And just like the butterfly, we want to encourage the change any way that we can. Whether it's on the streets with signs, on social media sharing knowledge, or in our abductors removing donuts. It's all part of the practice. It's all part of the practice. Good. Plunk it down. And now go back and do your favorite one, the one that felt the best. Do your favorite one. Oh, mittens. She says, this person is taking up too much space on my mat. Good. If you need to switch sides, switch sides. Once you feel your sides are evened up, come to frog pose. Frog pose. You can take frog on your belly or on your back. If you're on your belly, make sure you keep your ankles in line with your knees and your feet flexed. Yeah, and half frog is a good modification too, if full frog is intense. Yeah. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your center of purpose. If you need to switch sides, switch sides. What do you think the butterfly thought in the cocoon? Was it like dark and lonely and scary and uncertain? Maybe the butterfly thought it was the end, that it was all over. And yet all that time had this amazing flight before it. With all the changes in the world happening, your perspective is going to determine how well you adjust and adapt. Your perspective. When you're ready, make your way to pigeon. And pigeon could be on your belly or on your back. Lean in. Your job is to be aware and to raise awareness. So what sensations in your body are you aware of right now? Take 2 more breaths. And then press up on your hands. If you're on your back, you can stay on your back for cow face. Bring your back leg around the front and cross it all the way over the front leg, crisscross applesauce. And you can do this on your back too, right? Yeah, so see if your knees can come close to lining up. Maybe it feels good in this position with 1 foot by each hand. Some people prefer to have the top leg with their knee up and their foot flat on the ground in front. Whichever gives you access to evening out your hips, your sits bones on the ground, do that. And for some people, crisscross applesauce is plenty of stretch in the hips. If you're laying down on your back, you can take eagle arms. If you're upright, whichever knee is on top, take the other arm up. Fold it down your back. Take the other arm out to the side. Fold it up your back. Lift your heart up. This is not so much about your fingers reaching each other as it is opening your shoulders and your heart. Release your arms out and down. Slide your hands past your feet. Plant your hands, plant your feet. Straighten your legs and walk around to wide leg fold. If you're on your back, just take your legs up for an inversion. It's handstand challenge month. So take 10 slow breaths in this inversion. And this will count for your practice today for a handstand challenge. See if you can drop in a little lower. Once you've reached your 10 breaths, walk your hands past the other foot, around, around, around. Keep going till your legs bend and you are seated on the other side. Or just sit down and cross your legs. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be acrobatic, does it? Set yourself up on this side. Do your knees come close to lining up? Is it more comfortable with one foot by each hand? Or does it feel more supportive to have your top knee up and your foot flat? Or perhaps crisscross applesauce is plenty of stretch in your hips. If you're laying down, take eagle arms with the other arm on top. If you are upright, whichever knee is on top, bring the opposite arm up. Fold that arm down your back. Other arm out to the side with your thumb pointed down, fold it up your back. Stretch your shoulder, lift your heart. Yeah, that's it, Katie. Lift your heart. Your arms out and down. Take the knee on top behind you and you'll be in pigeon on the other side. Pigeon. You could take pigeon on your back. Yeah, or on your belly, either way. Lean in. Reconnect to your breath. And become aware. Become aware of what you feel in your body. And also bigger than that. Be aware of what you feel like in your life. Where are you really embracing change, driving change? And maybe where are you resisting, pushing back, even avoiding? Yeah, and there's no right or wrong. Yoga's not about judging yourself. Plenty of other people out there are judging. We'll leave that to them. It's just about being aware, being awake. then press up. And make your way to your back. You can bring the back leg around the front. Bend your knees. Cross one leg all the way over the other like the fancy people do. And let both knees drop toward that top foot. Keep your shoulders on the ground and turn your face back the other way. Out whatever's keeping you in that cocoon, thinking that it's all over. Breaths. And switch sides. Twist out whatever's holding you back from taking that first flight. And then untwist, happy baby. You can grab your feet or your ankles or behind your knees and rock side to side, to side, to side. Rest down, all the way down. Melt into your mat. Feel the parts of you that touch the earth as stable and supportive. And feel the parts of you that touch the sky as free to fly. Return your awareness to your breath. Take a big breath in through your nose. Let it out your mouth. One more, just like that. Bend your knees and roll to a side fetal pose. This is the pose of being aware that maybe you're not stuck in this cocoon. When the time is right, and you'll know, it'll be obvious, you'll be ready to spread your wings and fly. Use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. Sit tall. Bring your hands to your heart. Go into your world with the understanding that you are driving change. You are spreading wings, not just your own, but so many others out there. If nothing ever changed, there'd be no butterflies. So go into your world and take flight, butterfly. Thank you for joining me today for Foam Rolling Yin. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It's meant so much to me to be on this part of the journey with you.